With President Trump's tariff plans, some fear it could escalate into a full-blown trading war with three of our largest trading partners.
Yeah, meanwhile, stocks take a tumble over the last couple of days. Christine Roman shows us how economic trends are rising.
From a tailspin on Wall Street to nervous consumers on Main Street.
Are eggs going to double, or is gas going to go through the roof?
Concern and confusion over the impact of President Trump's trade war against America's three most important trading partners, Mexico, Canada, and China.
Whatever they tariff us, other countries, we will tariff them. That's reciprocal, back and forth.
But just hours after they took effect, the administration signaling there may be a compromise with Mexico and Canada, but arguing the U.S. allies need to show they're fighting illegal immigration and the drug trade.
So he's really looking carefully at that, trying to figure out, is there a way in there that he can come in the middle? But they've got to do more.
Ahead of any deal, China, Mexico, and Canada vowing to retaliate.
Canadians are reasonable, and we are polite, but we will not back down from a fight.
The Premier of Canada's Ontario province warning that American consumers will suffer and that he may even shut off power in neighboring states where Canada supplies it.
I will use every single tool in our toolkit to fight back.
Some experts predict tariffs could mean higher prices at the pump for millions of Americans in the immediate future.
The next week or so, gas prices will start going up. By mid-March, gas prices in New England could be 20 to 30 cents a gallon higher.
Consumer confidence already showing some signs of a slump, with spending recently falling for the first time in nearly 2 years. Some major retailers say higher prices may be passed on to their customers. Target's CEO warning prices on fruits and vegetables from Mexico could rise in the next few days.
We're going to try to make sure we can do everything we can to protect pricing, but if there's a 25% tariff, those prices will go up.
Well, local businesses are bracing themselves for the effects of the Trump administration's new tariffs.
The administration placed a 25% tax on all imports from Canada and Mexico and increased the one on China from 10 to 20. 6 News reporter Sydney Walker spoke with a local favorite to see how the increase in prices could impact their restaurant. Sydney?
Well, it's too early to tell if the tariffs will have an effect on menu prices or even if they'll be in place for long. But the owner of Waco restaurants Jorge's and George's tells me they've been preparing for anything. The tariffs place a tax on imports from Canada, Mexico, and China, leaving businesses to pay more for items they need and then passing the cost onto the consumer. One of these items is produce. Tomatoes, avocados, and limes. They're all important items that keep a Mexican restaurant running. Kyle Citrano, one of the owners of Jorge's and George's, says the industry is keeping an eye on the cost of those items and preparing for them to increase.
There's so many other places you can get certain things. I can get avocados in Mexico, but I can get them in California too. But the majority of them do come from there. So will we see a price increase? Sure, because you won't have the, people will either just stop buying it from there or they'll go there. So there's going to be, but with how long these things last too, you don't know how long they're going to go into effect.
But it isn't just the avocados. The tariffs are also expected to impact imports like aluminum, steel, and electronics. Citrano said that this could affect things like restaurant equipment. For now, many restaurants are simply waiting and hoping before making any menu changes. Nothing has changed at George's and Jorge's as of now, and like other Central Texas restaurants, they're staying focused on what they do best, serving up a great meal.
And I can attest to that. Lots of really good food at both of those restaurants. Sydney, thank you.